This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. There's nothing sweeter than baking cookies during the holidays. With Prime, I get all my ingredients delivered right to my door, fast and free, no last-minute store trips needed. And of course, I blast my favorite holiday playlist on Amazon Music. It's the ultimate soundtrack for creating unforgettable memories. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into.
When unprecedented times are all the time, it's time to start walking the talk with PwC. Leaders like you turn to PwC to see and stay ahead. Upskill your workforce, use intelligent automation, and transform big ideas into breakthrough outcomes. Explore the human-led, tech-powered solutions that help you thrive. It's all part of PwC. Learn more at pwc.com.
Where did you meet him?
Oh, White Castle. Oh yeah, he likes to pass it on. Let me tell you something.
You were paying him $500 for a custom-made couture, and you meet him at a White Castle?
He think he's somebody Liberace or something. Like, he don't have nothing, that everything he's ever portrayed is a lie.
This is the plaintiff, Lachey Vance. She says she hired the defendant, a fashion designer, to create a custom Barbie pink two-piece outfit for her birthday party. What she got instead was a cheap brown mesh costume that looked like it was purchased at Party City. She paid this phony baloney $500. She didn't get what she paid for. She wasted another $500 on a photo shoot and is suing this guy here and now for the $1,000 she's out. This is the defendant, Matthew Harris. He says he made this lady 2 custom party outfits, but she's one of those you can never please types. He doesn't give refunds. He provided the services he was hired to do, and there's no way he's returning her money or paying for a photo shoot because nothing will make this woman happy. He's accused of being a party pooper.
All parties, please, as you're ready.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Milian is now presiding. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Vance, what is going on?
Hi. First off, let me start by saying I wish we were meeting under different circumstances. I love your show.
This is usually, though, how I meet people.
I don't like it.
I don't
this
get
way.
out much now.
I promise you. I wish it was a book signing or something, but nonetheless, I'm here because the defendant here has not only defrauded me out of an outfit, but my entire birthday experience. And
You hired him to do what?
I hired him to make me an outfit.
Okay, and this is for what birthday was this?
I won't say my age, but 27th birthday.
Okay, and
yes.
It was going to take place in October. You hire him in June.
I did.
And what'd you tell him you wanted?
So I found him on Instagram. He put a poll up, and he was saying, who wants to make an outfit, this and that. I participated in the poll. He writes me almost immediately. Mind you, this is like no man's land hours, like 3 o'clock in the morning. He instantly messages me. And he's like, I can make you an outfit. I can have it done in by Monday. This was like a Thursday or Friday night. So I'm like, okay. I'm looking through his catalog of things because I know some of my friends have worked with him, around town or whatever. So I'm like, okay, you look like you do good work. I like this kind of outfit. Let's do it like LV inspired because that's my initials.
What exactly? Okay, so hold on.
Okay.
When you say you look like you do good work, let's do this kind of what did you point to? Did you point to a particular outfit?
Not initially, no. But I let him know, hey, I'm giving you full control. I want a 2-piece kind of design, and it just has to be LV inspired. Simple as put.
Did you tell him what color you wanted it?
Yes, because my birthday theme was all pink, so I told him it has to be an all pink Barbie theme.
Okay, so you told him LV inspired and have at it, but 2-piece. So 2-piece meaning a skirt and a top, or what?
Top and bottom skirt combo. Yes, correct.
So you wanted a skirt.
Skirt. It was supposed to be a corset and then like a skirt or even pants. I was going to do.
So you were just leaving that up to him. You didn't
Yes.
tell him I want pants, I want a skirt. You didn't tell him.
Right,
All
correct.
And you said I wanted him pink, and I
Barbie
wanted Louis Vuitton inspired.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And then what happens?
He gives me the runaround completely. So
How?
First off, right? This is where it all went to, you know what? He goes, okay, I can do it and have it done by Monday. Let me make sure I get your measurements. I'm like, well, I've never been measured before. This is my first custom outfit. So he goes, oh, okay. What, small, medium, large? I'm like, I think I'm a small at the top, large at the bottom. Let's go from there. He goes, okay, I'll have it done by then. So we go and meet with each other the first time. I'm thinking now because it's Saturday, he might have a piece or two already completed. He has nothing. He shows up and gives me an address and he says, oh, I'm gonna show you my outfit. We're gonna go from there. And I'm thinking he's gonna have something.
He said he's gonna show you what?
Like what he's already completed. Because he's saying that he did it.
That he completed the top.
At least the top, yes.
Okay.
Shows up empty-handed with a cowboy hat and nothing else in his hand.
The cowboy hat was for you, or you mean he was wearing
it was
one?
his poor fashions.
Okay.
Poor fashions, nothing else. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, where's the rest
Where
of
did you meet him?
Oh, White Castle. Oh, yeah, he likes to pass it on. Let me tell you something.
You were paying him $500 for a custom-made couture, and you meet him at a White Castle?
He think he's somebody Liberace or something. Like, he don't have nothing everything he's ever portrayed is a lie. Like, this is what I mean by completely defrauded. Like, he portrays himself as being this big-time designer that's worked with everyone from Young Money and this, he has never done anything of that nature. I don't believe it. So I was thinking, he sends me a regular address. I'm pulling up thinking it's gonna be his studio because that's what he's been telling me all this time, that he has all these pieces at his studio. It's a White Castle. And then he treating it like it's the White House, got me sitting in a booth, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, Dad, this is the hood. We in the hood. There's crackheads rustling each other. I'm like, we have no business being here.
Okay, at this point, had you given him any money?
Yes.
How much money had you given him?
$250. That same morning when he hit me up at no man's hour, I already gave him $250 to get him started.
Okay, so when you met him at the White Castle, did you tell him I'd like my $250 back?
I had faith, Judge. I really had faith.
I'll say. So that instead, what you do is you pay him another $250.
The following day.
Yeah.
And the only reason I did that is because
you forgot White Castle?
No. I should have, maybe the burger fumes knocked me out. I don't know.
Okay.
But I only gave him that $250 because he told me he was sourcing the garments to make the bag, to make the corset from an authentic Louis Vuitton purse. That was the only reason I gave him any type of money to begin with.
Okay, so now let's go back. At White Castle, what does he show you?
Nothing. His bare hands and a cowboy hat.
All right. And then at some point you see an outfit that, according to you, looked like it had come from Party City. How did you see that?
A month and change later.
In person?
In person.
Okay, where did you meet?
The same White Castle.
Okay, at this point, have your measurements been taken?
Nothing.
Well,
he said he does it virtually, which was another lie I came to find out. I think, again...
there's no such thing as had you taken her measurements?
Good afternoon, Judge.
Just tell me if you've taken her measurements, darling.
Because the way how I design a lot of my clients' clothing, 95% of them, based on how they shape, is how I create the pieces. So I don't do a physical measurements. What I do is I do a size up so that I adjust it on them when they come to do alterations. So always make the items 2 inches more bigger than their average size.
But if you don't know how big they are, how are you going to make it 2 inches bigger than that?
That's why I normally go based on small, medium, or large. So if she's an average small, then I would make it a small to medium.
What if she says she's a small, but she's not really a small?
Then I would always make alterations because I alter all my pieces.
Okay, but how do you alter more? Like, what if somebody just tells you, I wear a medium, but then you see them, you're like, well, that's not a medium I've seen.
So this is why I said miscommunication. I'm not here to slander.
No, miscommunication. I just don't understand why you don't do like everybody else does, which is measure.
So because, as I said, I'm a new designer, and the way how I create the pieces that I do, it's been working for the last 15 years.
Are the pieces already created? Is that what it is?
Ready to made, yes, ma'am.
So you've already made them, and what you do is you take them and you just fit them to the person.
I reconstruct it. So I would
reconstruct it.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
where did they come from originally?
I have a manufacturer.
So you will get a pre-manufactured piece,
Yes,
and then
ma'am.
you will put your signature on it by doing...
Hand-sewn pieces, yeah. And then I'll alter it by hand as well after. So we met up in person. As I said, we're here to tell the truth. So we met up that first day so I could see her in person so I know exactly how to alter the outfit. We did not met up that first day for me to give her an item. I would have been very clear on it. We verbally spoke on the phone.
Well, I saw the text, and in the text you say, I already have your top.
Yes.
Right, so did you bring a top to that meeting?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so now a month later when you see her, you show her something that was...
Which was the two-piece set, which was the LV inspired.
Which is brown.
Yes, and that's what...
Had she not told you she wanted something pink?
No, because when we verbally spoke on the phone, she specifically said, I'm giving you all creative control out of it.
She never told you that she wanted something pink?
No, ma'am.
Okay, even you admit that she had said that in a later text. You say, I did botch that up, so I made you a new one without charging you.
In a later text message, but
right, I know, but
so when we spoke that very first night.
Yeah, but I don't care what happens the first time. I care what happens before you make a brown outfit or bring her a brown outfit.
Yes, ma'am.
That she had already by then told you she wanted pink.
And that's why I had to alter it and create a second outfit for her.
Well, you didn't alter the brown one because she didn't want it. So that one just went back to the batch. And then you just got something pink, and
yes,
you show it to her when?
I've showed it. I don't remember the date off the top of my head, but I've recreated the pink one, and then
How did you recreate it?
Sewing it by hand. That one
What'd
I did all by hand.
What'd you do?
I first took the material from Mood Fabrics. I cut the pieces out based on her body shape and her size that she gave me, altered it fully to the size, sewed it all by hand, not by machine.
How would you alter it if you haven't put it on her yet to see how it fits?
Because based on the first outfit and we have her shape and everything.
Did she try on that first
no,
outfit?
Ma'am.
Well, then how are you going to, okay.
Because as I said, the way how I measure it is based on...
So, yeah, the way you measure it is the way no one on the planet measures it. So let's just start by that. So now you go back to the drawing board or
yes,
to the stock room, and you get something pink, and then what?
So I got something pink, and I still did LV inspired. I cut the pieces out from inside of the bag. I took the pocket from inside of the bag, and I put it on the front of the skirt. So I sewed the pocket, the big flat pocket, inside of the Neverfull bag, and I put it on the front of the skirt.
Okay.
And that's the pink skirt that you see in the pictures.
Is that the front?
Yes, ma'am.
When you saw this skirt, were you happy? Were you not?
No, I was miserable.
So he sends you the picture, says, good morning, when are you available for pickup? And you say Tuesday and Wednesday. You don't say I'm miserable. So were you going to pick it up?
To be honest, my entire goal at that point was to bring my father so we can all have a conversation about how awful these, not one, but 3 designs were. And I was hoping we could come to a point of reconciliation where I could at least get a refund or some type of refund on some of my money because...
Except for that the messages between you two don't sound like that. What the messages sound like is, let's see, Monday at 3:13 a.m., which is 3:13 in the morning.
She never responded back to me.
Why are you texting her at 3:13 in the morning?
Ma'am, so as I said, I'm a work from home. I don't have a store. I don't have all this that she's saying. People support me because I just do everything based by myself. I do everything from home. I create everything from home. So this is not like a website where people are going.
Good morning. What time Wednesday are you free? I'm free after 4. And then you say 5 p.m. I live an hour away from Brooklyn. 5 is rush hour. Is 6 okay? Yeah. Did the text go on?
Oh, it does.
Well, let me see the text in your phone. What did you want to say? Either one of you can show me your phone. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I was saying, you were asking her a question at any given moment. She could have asked back for a refund if she didn't like any of the pieces that I created. Now, when we were verbally speaking on the phone, she never said she didn't like the brown 2-piece set that she just said she didn't like at all. She specifically just said it doesn't go with the theme. And that's when I took the initiative to recreate a second look for her.
Right, but I see in a text where you say, you're right, I forgot you wanted pink. Like, she had said to you already she wanted pink.
But this is what I'm saying. It seems conflicting where from one message to another, we spoke multiple times on the phone and in person. So as I said, maybe it came off as in that I known from the beginning that was pink. But I said, we're here to tell the truth, and I just had full control over
Are you going to tell me the
everything.
truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to tell me the truth? Are they going to be the same thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, they're not going to be the same thing. They're going to be 2 diametrically opposed things. Welcome to my world. Okay. So, but here's how you handle. Here's how you handle that. I'm just going to keep touching it. Here's how you handle that as a contract. That's what you do. You know, you have a contract. You email it to her. She signs it. Everybody's on the same page about what it is because it's all spelled out. Okay. Okay, your conversation where they're saying you're going to mail it is on Thursday, September 15th. On Thursday, September 22nd, a full week later, she texts you, "Good morning. Have you mailed this outfit? It's nearly October."
Yes, ma'am.
And you say, "Good afternoon. I will send the tracking information once I get back. I wasn't awake at 5 in the morning." Oh, you text her at 3, but she can't text you at 5:24. So it hasn't been shipped since the 15th. I have a shoot on the 30th. So if it's going to take any longer than it already has, please let me know. On the 23rd, she says, "This matter is time sensitive and you'd rather watch my story at 8 a.m. than respond because you knew he had watched." This is why I don't participate in, no, it's like somebody's looking in your window when you're changing. Like there's nothing private. You know, like if I call my daughter and she doesn't call me back and she tells me, "I'm busy, 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 busy." I'm like, "You sent 2 cat videos to the family in the meantime. You're not that busy, okay? Since Thursday, you could have called me back." Good morning. Still no response on shipping. This is on Monday, September 26th, so it's another 3 days later. You'll have a shipping number by Tuesday. Tuesday at 4 o'clock, she texts you, "Still nothing," and it's well into the afternoon. You respond, "I'll be back in New York tomorrow. I will send it right over." Do you understand how unprofessional it is to say one thing and do the total opposite?
Yes, ma'am.
And then, no, that's her texting you.
Yeah.
Because I agree. I'm not here to slander, but I'm just saying by the end of the day, if you're going to say you don't like something, then just stand on that.
Well, how about you, if you're going to say you're going to mail something, how about just stand on that and really mail it?
2 wrongs don't make a right. But if you're going to bring me to court for something that you
No, she hadn't brought you to court yet. She was just trying to get her stuff.
No, I'm just saying.
And then Wednesday, September 28th, hello, you ignore her completely. Friday, September 30th, same routine. You have 24 hours before I contact a lawyer. Consider this a notice. And you say to her, "You can resend your Cash App name here if you have any other questions. My email is," meaning what? That you were going to refund her money?
No, I just sent her that information, and then I wanted to go over someone if that was the right idea to do, considering that I already made and took the labor to.
I'm sorry, stop. You send her a text. The day she says, "You have 24 hours before I contact my lawyer," your response the same day, 2 hours later, is, "You can resend your Cash App name." The point is, that means that you were going to return her money.
No, I was sending my Cash App and stuff like that.
No, you're telling her to resend. This is you talking.
Yes.
You can resend your Cash App name here. If you have any other questions, my email is have a good day. So you're asking her to resend her Cash App name. The only reason to ask her for that is because you're implying you're going to pay her back.
Well, as I said, miscommunication.
So you changed your, no, not miscommunication. You change your mind. That's fine. You can change your mind. Just tell me what's happening. At that point, you're thinking, "I'm just going to give her back her money."
I was saying in the point that I just wanted to stop going back and forth and arguing.
Okay.
And just give her
What
an
is the point
answer
of asking her for the Cash App? Just to buy yourself more time then?
so I could speak to someone else to have a conclusion to what should I do next.
Okay.
So instead of arguing back and forth, to just buy time.
So you were lying. "Is there a problem processing this refund?" She asks. "Once I send it, I'll take a screenshot. I'll load up my Cash App." Okay, great. Once that's done, I'll have my lawyer withdraw our claim. Yeah, she hadn't talked to her lawyer. But again, this is urgent, and it won't be $500 we'll be pursuing if this goes further. Here is his number. Whose number did you give?
It wasn't my lawyer, but it should have been.
Who was going to play lawyer for you?
My dad.
Your dad was going to pretend he was a lawyer? What's your dad do?
Stuff, but you know, that's me.
But he could talk like a lawyer.
He could talk like a lawyer.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
And you say, okay. All right. Excellent. So do you ever send her the money?
No.
Do you send her the outfit?
No, ma'am.
So she has neither the money nor the outfit. How do you think this is going to go?
It looked bad on my behalf, trying to do business. And as I said...
But trying to do business? The last communication you guys had, is this the last communications you guys had?
Yes, ma'am.
So you tell her you're going to send her the outfit, you don't send her the outfit. Then you tell her you're going to send her money, and you don't do that either. And then what? You disappear?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't disappear. I literally just left it at that when she said she was going to send me a contact to her lawyer and stuff. So I was like, okay, she's
So
gonna
what'd you
bring it to
do?
court.
She sent you, okay, here's my lawyer's number. What'd you do next? You go, okay, and then what?
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. Recently, I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous 2-year contracts, they said, what the f*** are you talking about, you insane Hollywood ass f- So to recap, we're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
This episode is brought to you by Atlassian. Atlassian makes the team collaboration software that powers enterprise businesses around the world, including over 80% of the Fortune 500. With Atlassian's AI-powered software like Jira, Confluence, and Loom, you'll have more time to do the work that matters. In fact, Atlassian customers experience a 25% reduction in project duration per year. Unleash the potential of your team at Atlassian.com. Atlassian.
When she sent that to me, by that point now, when she asked for a refund, it didn't make sense for me to send that hard-earned work towards her if she's actually...
So now, wait, but you did... Are you out of your mind?
No, ma'am.
So you kept the money and the outfit?
I was still willing to send it before she asked for the refund. I was not going to send out...
Oh, so now when she asked for a refund, not only are you going to lie and tell her that you've already sent the outfit and you'll give her the tracking number when you had never sent it, but now you're going to lie and tell her that you're going to give her the money when you're not going to give her the money. But then now once you decide I'm not giving her the money, you still don't send her the outfit, so you keep both. Where do you think this is going to go right now? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to take you out of your misery right now and tell you where it's going to go. Now, how is it that you are suing not just for the money that you're out, and of course your court costs and everything else, that I get. I don't get how you're suing him for a $500 photo shoot, coming in here with zero evidence of a $500 photo shoot.
You know what? And that was my fault because I had paid, I took a withdrawal out, cash, put my first deposit down, $250, because, you know, everybody does deposits these days. So I'm thinking, okay, this is actually gonna work. I'm gonna have my outfit, it's gonna be done. I give the photographer the other $250 thinking, you know, he's gonna do it. I had full, even up to this point,
Listen to my question.
Yeah.
Show me proof that you're out $500 for a photographer.
I have $250 I could show you a withdrawal of.
Yeah, but show me proof you're out it. Like, in other words, you're just gonna... Yeah, no, you can do it. Yeah, receipt. Let's try that.
I don't have a receipt.
Okay, now that we're done with that, you can. What evidence? Even if you had a receipt, what evidence do you have that you're actually out it? Like, in other words, that you're not going to be able to use it on another day that you scheduled the photo shoot for?
That I don't have.
Of course not, because you're not out it. All right. So now here's here's what I want to know.
Sure.
How was the party?
Oh, there was no party. Why
not?
Because I was banking solely on this outfit. I had no time to even get another. First of all, Shein,
Wait a minute. It's your birthday, and you cancel a birthday party because you couldn't get your Party City stock thing recalculated by Gucci here, and you know, seriously. Because that's wait a second, hold on. That's on you, honey, if you did that. I hope you didn't do that. I
went to, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I went to a little dinner, but the entire extravaganza, the Barbie party that I wanted to throw, that he knew about when
Why don't you just go out and buy something pink?
Where?
Anywhere.
I couldn't find anything.
Well, first of all, go online and buy something pink from 10 places that do returns, like Nordstrom, Macy's, Bloomington, and then try them on and then wear the one you like and have the party.
I mean, it would have been...
You didn't cancel the party over him.
No, I really, honest to God, I really did.
Shame on you if you canceled the party over someone you met at White Castle who you didn't like his designs. That's goofy. You have the party. The party's about you. The party's not about what you're wearing.
I know. I did
$500 verdict for the plaintiff, plus, of course, your court costs. That's my verdict. By the way, did you bring the outfit here for me to see?
I gave it away to charity.
Huh?
I gave it away to charity.
I don't even think there ever was an outfit.
All right, you guys hold on right there, please.
So the plaintiff gets $500. That's half of what she was suing for. Mr. Harris, the defendant's on his way out of the courtroom. This was not one of your better days in court, was it?
No, it was not, but I'm glad the claims were settled and to move forward.
I mean, why didn't you send her something?
Because it's just a miscommunication overall.
You said she was one of these really hard-to-please persons. But you never sent her anything for her to, tell her it was bad.
We agreed multiple times to meet up in person, and she changed her ideas. So on my behalf, I became busy with other plans that was paying me more. So I just stuck with that.
This really makes you look terrible. You know, it's been a bad day for you. Yeah. Sorry about that.
It happens.
All right. It happens, but it shouldn't have happened. Maybe it happens, but it shouldn't have.
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Ms. Vance? I got to tell you, you're a happy person, even though you're mad and upset and just disappointed.
Rightfully so. You know, being scammed is like one of the worst experiences ever for anybody, but I'm glad that the judge saw through blueberry muffin and got me what was owed. So that's the most thing that matters to me.
I'm sorry you didn't have a party. Why did you want something? What were you thinking of? A Barbie doll? You know, a Barbie doll look.
I'm a Barb. Nicki
You're a
Minaj.
Barb.
I love Barbie. Yeah, I'm totally about that. So I had to do what was right in my heart, and you know, East St. Lamont over there ruined it. So
Let me ask you, have you learned anything from this whole experience?
Never trust nobody in a White Castle.
That's a good. No, I mean, don't denigrate White Castle. You know they're pretty good.
They are good burgers,
Yeah,
not good designers though.
Right.
So that's what matters.
Okay, well, good for you. Congratulations.
you.
All right. Hope you have a happy party one of these days.
I will. Thank
Good
you.
enough. She's a good sport, no question. Harvey, what are you thinking right now?
Well, Doug, look, I mean, in this case, the plaintiff did not get money for the photographer because the plaintiff never paid the photographer. You're not entitled to a windfall in court. You are entitled to the damages that you actually suffer. And in this case, if she didn't pay the photographer, it makes no sense to give her money for what she would have paid had the contract gone as planned.
Marilyn, do you have a favorite comedian or a short list of favorite comedians?
I love Dave Chappelle.
I kind of like that guy too. He's so irreverent. There are no
He's
sacred
very
cows for
irreverent.
him. He lets everybody have it. He's funny.
I love Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Who I guess we think less.
I remember
of.
when you were on the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Yeah, I love Jimmy
And
Kimmel.
he was questioning you, and he looked right through you.
Yes, he did. It was scary. I remember him on The Man Show 150
Right.
years ago.
Yeah.
How about you?
I got a few. I would say Chappelle's right near the top. There's a guy I used to love, and he's been dead almost 20 years, named Mitch Hedberg.
I loved Mitch Hedberg.
Oh, my God.
And they still play him a lot on the Comedy Channel
Yeah,
and
you can still
Sirius.
find his stuff out there.
Yeah, he was funny.
Right.
That guy was funny.
Absolutely terrific. So, I miss him. He was great. But yeah, I mean, Chappelle is great. I like Seinfeld. I think Seinfeld's great. You and I went to see him in a show in Hollywood, Florida, not too long ago, right?
Yeah,
It was terrific. His stand-up is great.
Future you faces some big expectations. Work out more, go to bed earlier, and most importantly, make smart money decisions. Thankfully, today you has Bank of America. One place with tools and guidance to help balance tasks from budgeting to saving. So you can just be you with big plans. Do more with a bank that asks, what would you like the power to do? Explore our tips and more at bankofamerica.com/futureyou.
This is the plaintiff, Taylor Miller. She says she was driving her Lexus, and when she made a left turn at a green light, the defendant made a right-hand turn right into her and damaged her car. The defendant refused to turn over her insurance papers and license, so she had the cops track it down for her. The defendant has no insurance, and she's here suing her for the $1,000 she's owed. This is the defendant, Alexis Iverson. She says she heard a honking horn as she was making a right turn, and then, boom, the plaintiff crashed into her. The plaintiff turned into her lane. The accident was her fault. And if anyone's owed money today, it's not the plaintiff. She's accused of causing a crash. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $400 for car repairs.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says she was driving legally and was going to make a left turn in the proper lane. Then all of a sudden, the defendant crashed into her from the opposite direction. But the defendant says the plaintiff was the one who crashed into her and she's the victim. It's the case of I'm the lefty.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Ms. Miller, you are suing Ms. Iverson for $1,000, the deductible that your insurance company charged you.
Yes.
Based on an accident the two of you had. You're counterclaiming against her $400 for the damages that you're out for the same accident. You say it's her fault. You say it's her fault.
Yes.
All right, let me hear from you first.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. On April 25th, I was getting off of the expressway going from Indiana. And as I was getting off, I was making a left turn, and my light was green when I went into the intersection. And it's a pretty wide intersection, and the light turned yellow midway. So there's like the first light here, and then the next one, the middle light. And when I went in the intersection, I had a green arrow, and by the time I was midway through my turn, it turned to a yellow arrow.
Okay, are there two lights that you're seeing?
Yes, it's one like right where you stop at, and then there's another one midway.
Okay.
So as I was exiting, completing my turn, I was turning into the middle lane on Torrance. There's 3 lanes on that street. And as I was turning into the middle lane, I saw the defendant out of my peripheral, like coming close to me. So I'm honking the horn, and I get over into the far left lane to avoid the accident. But she kept coming and then ended up hitting the front passenger side of my vehicle.
Okay. What happens after the accident?
I put the car in park, get out, look at the damage, take photos of it. And just in case I didn't want it to be a hit and run incident, I took pictures of her plates. And then she was kind of sitting in the car, like didn't want to get out or something. And then when she finally rolls the window down, I say, can we just pull over at the gas station on the corner, Citgo, to exchange info? So we pull up over there, and I pull up probably like right here in very deep into the gas station, and she kind of pulls up barely in the gas station. And so I was like, okay, I don't think she wants to exchange information with me. So I just called the police, and then they came, got my input, her input, and they gave us like the insurance information.
Okay. You tell me, how did that accident happen?
I was turning off of the highway onto Torrance Avenue. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the directions right now. But I was going home. I was coming home from door dashing. I tend to do DoorDash sometimes, so on my way home.
You mean work as the person who delivers for DoorDash?
Yes.
Okay.
On my way home, I decided to stop at Walmart, so I got off at that exit, and I'm not sure if you can pull up the pictures, but at that exit, there's 2 right lanes. I was in the leftmost lane to turn.
Uh-huh.
And my light turned green.
This seems like a really busy intersection. Are there like expressways up and then roads down? So we're looking at 2 levels when I'm looking at this map?
Yes.
Wow. All right. Okay, so you're making a right, and what color is the light?
Green.
Okay.
I didn't go until it was green.
Is it possible to make a right on red in that, or is it legal to make a right on red in that spot?
No.
Okay. So according to you, your light is green and you're making a right, and what happens?
As I was almost finished completing my turn.
Were you the first car?
Yes.
Okay.
There was someone else turning with me in the
in the lane next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to your right?
Yes.
Okay, and then what happens?
I was about 95% done with my turn when I just heard honking, and then boom, to my driver's side.
Front driver's side. All right. And so you were both trying to get into the same lane?
I was trying to get into the far left.
Far left lane. And from where you were, the right turn that you're making...
It goes into the middle.
It goes into the middle. So you're trying to get into the far left, and then she then beeps, and you guys end up hitting.
Yes.
All right. Do me a favor. I would like you to come first, because I'm in the middle of your story. Grab a car to be you. Take a look at, this is Torrance. Are you on Torrance and you're going to make a right on I-80, or how does this work?
I was coming off of I-80, so
you're coming off. So you'd be on this side. You're coming off of I-80, and there's 2 lanes going this way?
Yes.
Okay, so this is you. Tell me what happens.
So my light turned green.
Okay.
So I began to go.
Uh-huh.
And so right when I was like right here, right before the lanes started to form, when the intersection was just blank, that's when I heard the beeping.
Right. But you're supposed to go here, but you're going here?
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause I was trying to get to the far left.
All right, so you're trying to get to the far left, and then you don't see her, you just hear the horns, and you hear this. And then there's an accident, right? Go ahead and go back. Can I have you come forward? And you tell me from your perspective. So this is you over here, right? And then you're making a left.
Yes.
So go ahead, make your left, and then she's here.
She was here.
Right, that's right.
And so this lane was turning into this. I see her coming. I get over, honk, 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 bam.
That's not so different, huh? Why do you feel it's her fault?
Because for me, my light was still yellow, and there's 3 signs over there that say no turn on red. And although it says that, I know a lot of people are still turning on red on that street.
Not usually the people who are in the second lane, though, right? Like they're really exposed. I'm more concerned. Do you think it's your fault?
I honestly don't remember that night. I don't remember what.
Do you feel like maybe if there are 2 lanes and there are 2 lanes you're supposed to go into, that maybe it's not the best move to try to get into the other lane at that very tight moment?
Yes, it was my ignorance because it's normal for people to turn from the left lane into the other far right lane on Torrance like that just to make it easier. I've seen people do that, but I didn't look, and my car is low to the ground, so I didn't see her coming. I should have looked. I don't have a defense.
Okay, well, that was swift. On your lawsuit against her you're out $1,000 on the deductible, correct?
Yes.
I'm ruling in your favor in the $1,000. And in your lawsuit against her for your damages, based on the testimony, I have to rule against you. That's my verdict, and good luck, ladies. I'm glad it wasn't worse, right? That's why they call it an accident. All right, take care, folks.
Thank you.
Besides, ladies, hold on right there, please.
So, in a case that was really rather brief, the plaintiff wins. The defendant does not prevail in this case. She's on her way out of the courtroom. Her name is Ms. Iverson. And Ms. Iverson, let me ask you a very simple question. You were one of the few litigants who's ever said in the People's Court, I don't have any defense. You were very honest. Good for you. What are you thinking?
I don't want to lollygag. I'm not here to waste time, so.
And it's interesting, you said to the judge, there's something you don't remember. How can you not remember?
That's honestly a big intersection. I remember how it is. I know how it looks. But I just don't remember exactly the events leading up to the accident that night. I had just put it behind me. I didn't have enough time to make an actual case with actual evidence.
If you had no defense, why didn't you just pay her and avoid coming to court altogether?
I didn't know that she even had all that going on. She said that she couldn't contact me, but I mean, it was just an anxiety attack. And I did call 911 as well, so.
All right. Well, listen, at least you're honest. No defense. Good for you. And the judge found against you. No surprise. Okay. All right, Ms. Miller. This is pretty simple. Easy for you. Did you think it was going to be this easy?
I did not. I expected some pushback, but I'm glad she was honest.
Yeah, that happens very rarely. So you'll get the $1,000, and is that sufficient to fix your car? Will you be all right now?
Yeah, finally can get it fixed, so I'm happy about that.
Well, listen, accidents are no fun, but I hope things go better and you don't have this happen again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. You're welcome. All right, Harvey, that's a rare one. The defendant says, I have no defense. We don't have that very often, do we?
So, Doug, this is interesting. So it is illegal to drive without insurance, but if you get in a car accident, that has no bearing on who wins a lawsuit, because insurance does not go to who was driving negligently. And that is the North Star when it comes to the judge figuring out who caused the crash and who should get money. Insurance, you need it, but it doesn't prove you were negligent.
Judges always ask for a police report what do you do if the police refuse to come? Also, I've seen where people can't get the report. Then what do you do?
Then you just work without the police report. But sometimes a police report can be very instructive because people will say the truth then, and once they have a chance to think about it and how it might cost them money, all of a sudden the truth takes a different color. So I'd like to see what the officer says the person said on the spot. Also, sometimes the officer will draw a map of where the cars ended up if the cars weren't moved, and I get the benefit of seeing that.
Car accidents.
Yeah, in car accidents.
And in some instances, if you don't get a police response and they don't come to the scene, and you're like, well, I got to have a police report, you can go to the nearest police station in the area and you can self-report and say how
and when you do that, it's a lot less probative, isn't it? Because it usually happens a few days later. You've had a chance to reflect. It's not the same as, you know, an officer being out there and taking everybody's statements raw. But you know, sometimes that just can't be helped. Either the police won't come out or they don't write a report over it, and then it just is what it is. But a judge wants as much information as possible in order to make a decision. So if there is a report, we'll always want to look at the report.
Right, and then you'll want to look at the report in a typical small claims action. But if you have a lawsuit that involves a traffic accident, in some states, who got the ticket, which is tantamount to what did the police report say, is not really admissible at the trial, because, I mean, after all, oh, you got the ticket, I win. No, not exactly.
No, and as it shouldn't be, because as a judge, you have to make an independent determination.
Right, and the police are not infallible. They could get
and most times they weren't there when it happened. You know, so they didn't see, but they may end up hearing the story and deciding, I'm going to give a careless driving ticket to this person.
It looks like you hit that guy in the rear. You get the ticket.
There you go.
And the end of the story, but there could be more to the story.